today I'm reviewing this, which is the 5th Doctor and Tardis from the Visitation. So really cool, really blessed to pick this up today. This thing is awesome, and it looks great in box. I love the Doctor Who logo with the Gallifreyan text. It looks so good. It's the new style packaging, or I guess you should say the normal style packaging. It's been like this for a while, but it looks really good. I missed the Capaldi era packaging, but it looks good. It looks good. It's got a nice clear view of in box. And yeah, mine has a little bit of a rip. I ordered this from Who North America, but I mean, they import these things from England, so I mean, like that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna rip this thing out of packaging. I do not care how the box looks. But overall, it's really cool, and I really love the bio. I mean, look at this. This is just for the Visitation, the TARDIS. I mean, that is an impressive bio. Like, I don't even know. Like, I mean, that's almost like a book jacket size. Like, I'm not gonna read all that, but if you want to pause and read it, you can. But like, that thing's awesome. Now, only thing I hate about this is they screwed it into the box. So in order to get this out, I kind of had to rip it out and unscrew it because the screws were almost stripped on mine. That's just like a one-off thing, like, that's a factory thing, but just be careful when you get this. But yeah, this thing is really cool. They look great together out of box. You got the 5th Doctor over there. I didn't have this version of the character, so I'm really happy to pick him up. And taking a look at him, he looks really good. He's got his hat on there, and I'm going to be honest with you, I think the paint apps on the face, I'll kind of zoom in on them, and I'll compare them to my other 5th Doctor in a minute, but I think this might be one of the best painted 5th Doctors I've seen. But yeah, it looks really good. I love the eyebrows, the eyes, mouth, it all just looks nice. The hair, it's not too blonde, but not too dark, looks good. The hat itself is also looking good. He's also got the question marks and the broccoli, and the jumper is nicely painted. You got the pants there, and the jacket. It's just, an overall looking good figure. I've always loved this costume for the Doctor, so, it's nice to see it back. But yeah, and then here's a comparison of my 5th Doctor from the 11 Doctors, and as you can see, this new one is just kind of like, it kind of has, in my opinion, better paint, like at least in the face and stuff, and you can also see the jumpers painted correctly. Also, my older jumper is got a little bit of dirt and stuff on it, but that honestly is probably just years of me playing with it, so that's probably why that one's like that, but overall it looks good. Now here we have the TARDIS, and it looks amazing. This is my first classic TARDIS. They're very hard to find in America, so I was really happy to get this. You have the police public call box up there, you got the light. It doesn't light up, but it's still cool. You have the frosted windows with the gray and dust in them, and they look so good in the paint. The paint on this is really nice. The TARDIS always have like these kind of like wood effects, but the way they're painted, it looks like the paint's just been swapped all over, like how the older TARDISes used to be painted, and it just looks so good. Like, you can kind of see it where it's kind of bubbling a little bit, and it has the door sign too and the keyhole, but it just looks really good. And now I've heard a lot of people say the doors are warped on the bottom there. I don't really see it on mine. It might be, and I'm just not paying attention to it, but mine actually appears to have came out pretty good. You have the police public callback sign on this side. I like too how you'll notice like each side of the TARDIS is a little bit darker, a little bit more faded. Now on the back, you can kind of see there where I was talking about being a little more faded. You do have speaker holes in the battery compartment. The reason for this is just the same mold as a pre-existing TARDIS that did have lights and sounds, but unfortunately this one does not. I mean, I guess if you really want to, you could put lights and sounds on here. I'm probably not going to do that. If I do anything, I will put a light on the top, but I'm probably not going to go as far as sounds. I wish they would have used a different mold, but regardless, it's still really cool. And then the sides look really good. And now the doors do open. The inside, we don't really have anything going on back there. But in the TARDIS, like in the classic series, it kind of was like empty back there. So I guess it's kind of accurate. Don't know if it's really meant to be accurate, but yeah. But you can put the 5th Doctor in there, and he stands good. I'm surprised too, like with his hat, like there's a lot of room. Like it doesn't like give him any trouble. He can just stand there fine. This TARDIS is smaller than the other flight control TARDISes, but that's how it's supposed to be. But I like how he can just kind of like stand in there perfectly, no problems, and I like that. So the doors to close it though are a little bit different. That's where the battery compartment will be too back there. There's like this little button up here. I've never seen this on any of like the more modern flight control TARDISes, but like I said, I've never picked up one of the classic ones before, so this might be standard. But it's like this little button, and you kind of have to push it up. And I am not doing a very good job of showing this, but you kind of have to push it up just to get this side door closed. I don't like this this pull to open door. To me, it's not that good. But the other door does have the traditional button that you'd press, and then it just shuts. And it's right there. And then to press it, and as you can see here, it just shuts perfectly. And I'm going to show that again because I don't think that really, I don't think that was the best I could have filmed that. Let's see. So let's open up the door and put the 5th Doctor in there. And then here's the other 5th Doctor. And now let's close that door again. The button's just a square, and you press that, and boom, it shuts perfectly. Now here's a comparison with the 12th and 11th Doctor's flight control TARDISes. As you can see, it's a lot smaller than the other two. Still looks really good, and this is how it's supposed to be in the show too. So I mean, it is supposed to be smaller than the new ones. The new ones are a lot larger. But yeah, it's all to scale. It all looks really good, and they look great beside each other. And then, as you can see, this one was my first one, and it's very much in played with condition. But this one's probably my favorite. I probably like the 12th Doctor more, but still, here's a comparison with the Spin and Fly TARDIS. So as you can see, we have like just kind of like them there and the differences. But yeah, overall pretty cool. And lastly, overall, I really like this set. Like I said, I got this from Who North America. I was super excited to get because these things are really hard to find in the United States. And yeah, I just really like this. Thank you for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.